It is August 19, 2020. California right now, the fires that are taking place, exploding all over the place, people losing their homes, and it doesn't get headlined on Drudge. No, the election. Everything is about the election. Everything is about the election. Not even up here. Wow, Obama to unleash on Trump. Lazy, incapable. DNC night 3. Harris faces crucial challenge. Hillary to reflect on loss. Live. Watch that DNC. Watch the liars. Listen to the liars. The most despicable people on the planet are these people who are destroying people's lives. Destroying people's lives. And this is what we're going to focus on. Wow, the DNC. It trumped COVID. Because for a long time on Drudge, this was all COVID here. Headlined, COVID. Oh, it's increasing. And all of the crap around the COVID. But now it's the election. And guess what? It's going to be the election. Day after day. Day after day. Yeah, we're pretty boring in our mental illness, collectively speaking. Pretty boring because we do the same thing over and over and over. Nothing ever changes because people don't change. Where are the fires? Oh, great. And it's a horse. These are the pictures. These are the videos. I cannot stand. But you know what? Nothing has changed since this morning. Because Drudge is only interested in the election. Same thing happens with the flooding. Millions of Americans have been destroyed over the years. Don't you think that should get the headline? Don't you think that the DNC, well, they should be really focused on the American people who are really getting destroyed, who are really hurting? No, we're going to focus on Trump, bring him down. Oh, it's all a staged play. Oh, and they behave like they're immature teenagers in junior high school. It's, God, I can't stand living in this environment because it's all around us. Crazy? Okay. Crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
We would first read their temperature on our thermal imaging camera. Then they will go through what is called, it's made by a company called Gateway, and it's called the Personal Protection Tunnel. And this is basically a tunnel that our guests walk into. They stop. It sprays them with chlorine dioxide, which is perfectly safe. It just coats the outer layers of their clothes and skin. Once they've been sprayed, the light inside the tunnel will turn green, which means that they are okay to walk through. Don't believe it, just watch. Go!
And everybody is safe in that disco. Oh, they don't call them discos anymore, they're clubs. Yeah, you can walk into your disinfectant tunnel and get disinfected. And that way, I guess you don't have to wear a mask. I didn't see anybody wearing a mask. All right, look, the volume problems, I don't know how to fix. I really don't. It's blasting when I am making the video. And then when I post it, well, the volume seems to be all over the place. And it's hard because people have said, that's the volume. That's a good volume. But it's blasting here. I've got to listen to it blasting. What the hell is going on? News. Mainstream media news On YouTube, the volume is, well, you hear the reporter, and then it either blasts or it's really low. I don't know how to fix it. I'm sorry. I do my best. Okay? I just do my best. Now, Logic Before Authority posted this video. 50 fires set California ablaze. I suggest that if you've not subscribed to Logic Before Authority, that you do. Especially when it relates to these fires, because Logic Before Authority has really been able to come up with things that other people don't. So, let's just listen to him for a few minutes.
Hi guys, this is Daniel Alexander Cannon here on Logic Before Authority. Guys, California is ablaze this morning. You can't see it on this map yet, but I'm going to show you here. Okay, right in this area right here. Right here, this area is already starting fires. There's about 4, 5, 6 of them right in here. One will start over here. There'll be numerous up here, numerous up here. There'll be up over here. You'll see. This is yesterday afternoon. This is a satellite view. You can see these light areas starting to pop up. Right there, see these? Like 4, 5, 6 different fires over here. Here's another one now. There's another one up here now. Numerous fires. North of San Francisco, way north of San Francisco, southeast of San Francisco. See all those light areas? Those are all fires. See up over here near Paradise? And then there's another one that comes up near Orville, right there. They're starting to get brighter and brighter. That indicates that they're burning very ravagely, if that's a word. Another one right over here to the right. Another one over here near the coast. Another one up here. Another one right beside the other one that was there. Just numerous fires. There is no way, look at that, multiple fires over an area of 10, 20, 30 miles. Multiple fires down here over in just, there is no way that's natural. There were no storms going over this. The only area that had any clouds at all was this, but there was nothing there but a little bit of light rain in a few spots. I've already checked the radar. There's another one up here, see it? There's the one there in Paradise. You can see all these now since it's nighttime. This is last night, all these fires burning in California. Man, chaos. There's no way all these fires and these clusters start by themselves like this. It's impossible.
No, they started with lightning all over the place. Lightning. Huh. Well, lightning sure was very dangerous. Oh, I know, you had over, what, 11,000 strikes? 11,000 strikes of lightning. And that doesn't beg questions. Oh, we need people to start, flipping that switch on in their brain. Garcetti authorizes city to shut off power at Hollywood Hills party house, reportedly belonging to TikTok star Bryce Hall. They're shutting off the power? Well, because they're having a large gathering. We're going to see more and more of that. More and more of that. Because we, Garcetti, Newsom, we said small gatherings are okay. Large gatherings? No. Why? Because we said so. We've got a deadly disease out there. It's called the cold or flu. Okay. Such insanity. Honey, better treatment for coughs and colds than antibiotics, study claims. Honey, very healing. How come? COVID, the symptoms, cough. No one mentioned honey. No one mentioned honey. Masks. Stay away from people, don't go outside. This is your divide and conquer right here. Department of Homeland Security officials fear illegal border crossing may spread coronavirus. And who is illegally crossing the border? The Chinese. 328 immigrants from China have been caught crossing the border illegally so far this year. Raises the prospect a coronavirus carrier could have snuck through. Yep. Why is this the divide and conquer? You know, the red and blue teams? Trump said put up the wall. Oh, but the Democrats don't want it. They just want everybody crossing the border. It's all a staged game that they love to play. We just suffer the consequences of it. Yeah. Oh, not over. Nearly. 11,000 lightning strikes spark over 350 California fires. Not 50, 350. 350 California fires. Brought about by lightning. Oh, just believe everything that you hear from mainstream media. And you will be helping to destroy your own self. No, this doesn't beg any questions. After all, we've got climate change, right? Yeah. Okay. Florida says this is fine to release genetically modified mosquitoes. And do you think that they need approval to release these things? Do you think we've got genetically modified bugs all around? I bet we do. Do you know, I've not been someone who's been attacked by mosquitoes. Maybe sometimes up north or whatever, but here in South Carolina, every summer I hear people complaining about mosquitoes, and I never ever got bit. And I was like, I don't get it. All right, I am bit now. I don't see the mosquito. I never hear a mosquito. Never hear a mosquito. You know how you would hear them flying around your ear? I have not heard one, not seen one, but I have been bit all over. Interesting, isn't it? Even our bugs seem different today. This is so unbelievably sad. Let's chat. PPE. It is the site called preferredprotectiveequipment.com. Back to school safety. Wear the shield, wear the mask. And the adult with the shield. How? Well, you know how I feel about adults who are doing this to children. Now, Oregon, listen to this.
Well, Portland burnt out on street racing. Complaints as dangerous driving runs loose on the streets with no police response. It's 10 o'clock. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jeff Gianola, and with protests continuing each night, another demonstration on the streets this past weekend. Street racing in one of the biggest problem areas, an industrial park in North Portland. Our Wayne Haverly has been talking to employees there who are frustrated and say the situation simply has overwhelmed police. Right, Wayne?
Yeah, absolutely, Jeff. We're out here on Lombard in that industrial park area where the street racers have been gathering by the hundreds, sometimes the thousands. That's according to some of the people who work down here. In fact, they're here right now. We've moved a few blocks away because they're already at it. And you'll see what they did last night. Just take a look. A huge, unmasked, packed-in crowd watches in delight as a street racer burns out and drifts in a circle, dangerously close to the front row. This was the scene Sunday night in North Portland.
I mean, it's thousands of people down here this last weekend. It just seems like they have no concern for anybody but, you know, having fun.
It's not fun for folks like Sky Holmes, who spend hours the day after cleaning up the mess, which includes car parts, piles of tires, broken beer bottles, and even feces.
Burnout's all down here, too.
So, I mean, this looks like it might be dirt, but this is just,
Tire.
that's just rubber.
Yeah.
That's all that is. And it's everywhere. And this would catch fire, too. And rubber can burn in other ways. 2 weeks ago, a brush fire started during one of the street racing gatherings. You can see the blackened grass right next to several buildings.
What happens when you call for the police?
No response half the time. Saturday I called because of a street race, or well, because of the drifting happening down here. And I got a call 45 minutes later saying that they're not able to respond.
A Portland police spokesman tells Coin 6 that street racing is a dangerous problem, but the big gatherings are resource intensive to address, and many times the police just don't have enough officers to respond.
The police
Oh. Okay.
need their funding back for one.
Okay, the funding, that should not affect the police right now. They got their funding, you know, the fiscal year for the state. So their funding doesn't end until, well, much later in the year. Okay, so what's going on here? Ah, right. The day of calling the police and actually having someone show up? Yes. It's, well, we're in sad shape. I don't, but smile, okay? Just smile, smile, because a study finds that smiling more often, even faking it, tricks your brain into feeling happy. Yeah, so just keep smiling, everybody. Trick your brain even more so. You can trick it, mainstream media tricks it, government officials trick it. Let's not be real. Let's just keep tricking our brain. So all of you who watch my videos and you find it too negative, or, well, I'm Debbie Downer and, oh, yeah, just smile and trick your brain into hearing something different. I'm posting on Libry, how do you pronounce it? LBRY.TV. People have asked, where can I find this video that I posted, Tyranny's Hold Vaccines, on this. And you can find the link below the video. Okay, I'm still getting an awful lot of people who don't know to check underneath the video. When I say all links below, I mean below in the video, which means what you do is you go to show more. Well, I did show more on his. Show less. So, right under the video, click show more, and you will find all of the links, you know, of everything that I post in a video, including that LBRY.TV Never Lose Truth channel. because it seems to upload, well, rather quickly, with no glitches so far. BitChute is becoming a real pain in the butt. So, all right. Texas, another factory just blows up. Massive plastics fire burning at factory in Grand Prairie, Texas. There we go. More toxic fumes for you guys in Texas. How many of these explosions have you had in Texas? That begs questions. What the hell is going on? You know, you have a few days of, well, no smoke, and then, boom, another. And I had a subscriber email me telling me that she was it 13 miles away? How are you guys doing in this area? Breathing in toxic fumes? Like you need more toxic fumes in your air? My God. Look at this fire. Over here, right over here, and a whole lot of black smoke. Now, this is California, Napa County and Sonoma County. Very red. Very red. I don't remember seeing fires light up everything red. This is the Texas fire. I mean, all plastics. Can you imagine how toxic the air is? Wow. Man, am I sorry for those who live in this area. But this goes on in Texas. If anybody wants to put together a list of how many industrial fires there have been, or factory fires, or refinery fires, and in just Texas in the last couple of years, put it together. I'll post a video on it. Anybody want to do a list of all of these kinds of fires happening all over the country? Put it together. I'll do a video on it. This is like a common occurrence now. And no, I don't think that it's all by accident. This is just part of the plan to destroy Americans, destroy the country. Oh my God. My God. All right. Well, let me get to the fires. Those California fires. Where is it?
Yeah, we just got an update.
I can't figure out the volume anymore. I'm just, I never, ever had to do this until 2020. I do apologize.
That's right. It's the continuing breaking news that we're covering. One of the many fires. In just the last hour, evacuations actually expanded for people in San Mateo and Santa Cruz counties. That wildfire just exploded overnight. Today in the base, Chris Sanchez is at the CAL FIRE Incident Command Center this morning in Scotts Valley, where a news conference just wrapped up. We learned a lot of new information, Chris.
Yeah, we just got an update, and we know that that fire is about 10,000 acres at this point, and I am told that that number is going to change, and likely that number is going to be dramatic. We know that 6,000 more people or structures are now under evacuation. That means a lot more people are trying to get out, and as Mike has been reporting, there are some snafus along the roadways as people are trying to leave. We talked with Jonathan Cox from CAL FIRE, and he says that nobody else is coming because of the number of fires that are burning in Northern California. No other help is coming. At this point, a lot of the firefighters will be working double shifts, and they're counting on airdrops, but of course that's a regional response, so we may not get them before another fire does if they're burning a little hotter. Take a listen.
Right now we're in the position we have no resources to put out on the line today, so we'll be double shifting all of our resources that are currently on the line. This is significant safety hazard for our firefighters who are out there, as well as the communities that we're out there trying to protect. So
you can't count on the help that you have paid for. The police, the firemen or firewoman. Look, this is going to get worse. You're going to be stuck with no help. That's the plan. That's part of the plan. There's so many methods to destroy. I want you to watch the first minute of this guy talking, and you tell me if you see a glint in his eye that he's kind of happy about what's taking place. And first I've got to check the volume. Here we go.
This high pressure system is a heat dome that has impacted not just the state of California, but the entire west coast of the United States. It has led to...
Do you see a smile on his face? I do. I do.
But the entire west coast of the United States.
Right there. Okay. It's a heat dome. California weather modification. Do some research. Do some research. Do some research on weather modification. Geoengineering. Man can create a heat dome. Man can move around air masses, create high pressures, low pressures, create an awful lot of things. Okay. Livestock. Crews rescue livestock. Thank God. But, man, okay, once again, people are fleeing. And there's an awful lot of people in these areas that have horses, have a whole lot of animals that they have to move for safety. Do they have time?
Silver lining in all of this, let's go to that other piece of video, and that is that when we first arrived at this fire, first thing my photographer Paul Westbrook heard, he heard a mini horse that had been in a corral where a shed was burning. That horse was in the corner of the corral underneath a tree. Within a couple of minutes, a fire captain from Fullerton, Southern California, he arrived. He heard the same thing. He called in 2 engines. They quickly pulled a hose line, began spraying down the area around that mini horse and the tree to make sure that it didn't spread to the tree. Ultimately, property owners came by. They were able to rescue that mini horse. Now, back out here live, if I could have Paul walk with me up this way, we're going to show you what else is in this area, because, you know, you saw how close the hay fire was, and off to the ridge, that's where the fire burned in both directions. Up there, that's towards the homes on the west side of Vacaville. On the other side, that's towards Pleasant Valley Road. And right smack dab in the middle is this road that leads to llama, cattle, horses. We could see earlier this morning the backdrop of the orange glow of flames. The property owner literally leading some of these animals away from the fire, all of them safe this morning. So While there's bad news in all of this, this morning with the destroyed homes, some reports we've heard unconfirmed of potential injuries early on in this fire. There is also good news, and that is the animals, the livestock that have survived this fire, largely because of some of the homeowners that have worked tirelessly, as well as firefighters who worked quickly to save some of those animals. But again, as Brian mentioned, this really doesn't have that feel of like a wildfire. It doesn't feel like this is an event that's going to continue to go for days and days. It kind of feels like it's dying down. And spots like this, even the firefighters are now just letting it burn by itself, as they have now cleared this scene as well. Live.
Funny how that fire, well, you got dry, dead grass around and trees. Well, what you gonna do? Fight like hell? We need more people. This has been circling now for over 24 hours, probably 36 hours. Because I have many captures of this just circling, an air mass just circling and circling. And you got the extremely low frequencies being set off right here, right where the fires are. Huh. Well, I want to show you. Here's our circling cloud that are being manufactured in a nice line. See how nice, how neat that line of cloud is. That is not how Mother Nature works. Now, wow, you've got a fine line of smoke in California. You've got your nanobots activated, creating cloud above the smoke. You've got very strange looking, billowing smoke in just particular areas. Oh, that's the clouds above it. Yeah. You have electromagnetic frequencies keeping the smoke in line right here. You have nanobots in line right here. And if you don't know anything about nanotechnology, artificial intelligence controlling our weather, you can look on my weather modification playlist, and I have videos on it with evidence. Evidence. Now, all of the wavy lines, electromagnetic frequencies, but boy, they sure are keeping the smoke out of certain areas and pushing it back in. Oh, what was that? Very interesting. Wow. These are nanobots. No doubt collecting the data. But you've got smoke being pushed out this way. You have smoke coming down into the Pacific, and you've got smoke that is just billowing right here and being pushed back in. All of this manufactured cloud, but you've got smoke being pushed right back on in. Oh, they're going to keep you very toxic. Now, Look at this. Just, I swear, I will show you more captures, but something's very wrong here. Now, you also have an air mass that is going down south. It seems to be evaporating the cloud right here. You have manufactured cloud produced by nanobots. All of these straight lines, none of this is Mother Nature. This is not how she operates. She doesn't operate in little, well, all of these, well, right there you can see the square. And if you go to these sites and take a look at what's happening in your atmosphere, well, you'll know. This is all man. They have loaded up the atmosphere with nanobots. And they can create stratus clouds. Really? Okay. You're going to tell me that that is a natural cloud? It ain't. It ain't. We still have the hurricane circling about. Oh my God. Now they create hurricanes right off the coast of Mexico. Take a look at what I caught earlier. Look at all of these microwaves. Look at all of what is taking place here. It's really all of these lines in the smoke, electromagnetic frequencies. All of the lines, evenly spaced here, microwaves. Microwaves in the smoke. In the smoke. All right. I'm not going to spend much time on what I've captured, not in this video, because once again, it's getting lengthy. But you see the nanobots in line, right up there. One, two, three, and more being activated. But the whole thing is filled with microwaves. So that the smoke comes out this far, then you have the creation of cloud. And there was a glitch on this site today, which I found very interesting. Because what was happening, and then suddenly there's a glitch, and then it goes back, and there's another glitch, it just turns white. I'm just a little, well, concerned. Look at all of this. This is so not natural. It's you like that line of cloud? When you see defined lined clouds, you know that that is not Mother Nature. And when you see all of these, the lined creation of cloud, not natural. Not natural. Once again, well, it's either flooding or it's fires or, oh my God, so many people believe that we're winning this war. I think they're smiling a little bit too much. I think they're smiling way too much. So, I'll post a video on other stuff that I've seen, but it was really pretty obvious that, wow, is man right smack in this fire. You see the air masses. This goes down south, but then you have these air masses that are just going inland carrying these nanobots. And the nanobots are, they have GPSs in them. They send data. They receive data. Look how squared off this cloud. See, that was the glitch. This whole section in here was blasted with microwaves. So here's one fire. I guess here's, well, the nanobots begin to disappear. Look at this. I mean, it's really, it's a wow. It's a wow. The whole thing is a square, right here. Brought about by man's use of technology today. Yeah.
The house burning just off Pleasant Valley Road. They just let it go. It's too far gone. There's a whole lane full of houses on fire out here down this little country road. You see them all.
What's New Weather Channel is posting on how many he's walking through neighborhoods. Look at the microwaves here, and look at this sun. She's showing the ash on the car, and people are leaving comments that you are getting ash, but it's white, and it actually in some places looks like it's snowing because little white ash is falling. Man, what's New Weather Channel? He shows, like, it. Look at all of this. Shouldn't it be gray or black, but it's white? All right, this.
Look down here in the bottom.
It does.
Yes, sir, it does.
They have fucking toilets or toilets in them. Holy shit, dude. Those are for people.
Yeah, those are for people.
They've got toilets.
How many are there, bro?
I don't know.
Crothers, California. These cages with toilets. Lakeland Linder Airport. Oh wait, this is a whole other thing. Lakeland Linder Airport. Okay, given all clear after missile with potential explosives. Amazon Air was, I guess, delivering a missile. A missile. Oh, where is the missile? There was a picture of the missile. A live missile. And, well, these articles that I have found on this, they claim that it was live, potentially explosive. Missile was found on an incoming shipment. Amazon Air provided the following statement. The missile has been safely removed from the premises. There is no threat to our associates, and Amazon Air operations have not been disrupted. They lifted all evacuations. Amazon Air is transporting missiles. Okay, now, the cages. Deputies debunk viral video claiming human beings caged outside Crothers, Fresno County Sheriff's Office. Callers were calling the Fresno County Sheriff's Office, talking about the cages that were found, apparently on some farm. Or they believe the cages were being used for human trafficking victims, field workers, or other reasons. But the Fresno County Sheriff's Investigations Division did an investigation and found that they were used by the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation to provide a safe and secure area for protective custody inmates to participate in outdoor activities? Really? So you're bringing inmates outdoors and they're placed in cages with a toilet? It doesn't sound like the kind of inmates that you want outdoors. The metal holding cells or cages have been retired and no longer are in use, and a local metal recycling business ended up buying the cages to recycle the metal or repurpose the cages for agricultural supplies and pumps. Don't you love it? Don't you love it? All right, look. We're a mess. That's all I have to say. Thank you for your support that you've given. Thank you so much. Because, it's getting more and more needed. So it's getting more and more appreciated.